High above the valley, a powerful hunter waits for the perfect moment. The golden eagle begins another morning as master of these mountains. Powerful talons will become its most important weapon during the hunt. Every feather is designed for control, balance, and aerial precision. Its extraordinary eyesight can detect tiny movement from incredible distances. Nothing moving across the valley escapes the attention of this hunter. Rising air currents tell the eagle that conditions are finally right. Below lies open grassland, where potential prey may soon appear. From this height, even the smallest movement can reveal an opportunity. The waiting is over. The hunter is ready to enter the sky. A wingspan built for soaring now opens above the mountain. The mountain wind begins lifting the eagle before it even jumps. With one explosive movement, the hunter leaves the safety of stone. Gravity pulls it downward, but its wings immediately take control.
A rising current transforms the fall into effortless forward flight.
One powerful stroke gives the eagle enough speed to cross the valley. Now it glides almost silently, conserving energy for the hunt ahead. Tiny adjustments of wing and tail change direction with remarkable precision. Beneath those wings, hundreds of meters of empty air disappear. The eagle now heads toward its favorite hunting ground.
Flying close to the cliff helps the eagle use rising warm air.
The narrow passage demands perfect control of every wing movement.
Even at speed, the eagle reacts instantly to obstacles ahead.
Beyond the cliffs, the landscape opens into rich hunting territory. The search begins as the eagle circles high above the meadow. Its eyes constantly scan every patch of grass below. Morning mist briefly hides the hunter before it emerges again. Below, the river reflects a silhouette built for the skies.
Circling allows the eagle to search a huge area without wasting energy.
Then, something moving below finally catches the eagle's attention. A rabbit leaves the safety of cover and enters the open meadow. For now, the rabbit senses nothing unusual around it. Hungry after the night, it begins feeding in the morning grass. Far above, the eagle has already noticed the vulnerable animal. What appears tiny to us is perfectly visible to the eagle. The hunter quietly adjusts its flight path toward the target. The rabbit continues feeding, unaware that danger is approaching. One final circle allows the eagle to judge distance and direction. The eagle begins its silent descent toward the unsuspecting prey. Silence is essential as the eagle closes the distance. A small change in wing angle places the rabbit directly ahead.
The rabbit pauses, but the threat remains far beyond its awareness.
Sunlight reveals every feather as the predator continues downward. The eagle selects a clear approach with few obstacles.
Gravity now helps the hunter accelerate without using extra energy. A passing shadow gives the first subtle warning of danger.
Something has changed, and the rabbit suddenly becomes alert.
The eagle folds its wings slightly, converting height into speed.
Circling allows the eagle to search a huge area without wasting energy.
The attack begins as the eagle commits to a full-speed dive.
Its streamlined body cuts through the air with breathtaking speed. Even during the dive, its eyes never leave the target. At last, the rabbit hears something approaching from above. The danger it failed to see is suddenly impossible to ignore. Instinct takes control, and the rabbit immediately runs for safety.
The eagle adjusts its descent as the prey suddenly changes direction.
Speed is now the rabbit's only defense against the aerial predator. At the final moment, the dive becomes a low-level pursuit. The hunt has transformed into a high-speed race across the meadow.
For a moment, both predator and prey race in a straight line.
A sudden change of direction forces the eagle to react instantly.
Its incredible agility allows it to stay directly behind the rabbit.
The rabbit uses every obstacle available to disrupt the attack. The eagle climbs just enough to avoid the rocks ahead. Within seconds, the predator returns to ground level. Unpredictable turns make the rabbit far harder to capture. Every escape attempt is matched by another aerial correction. The distance between hunter and prey is rapidly disappearing. For the first time, the eagle prepares its powerful talons.
The first capture attempt begins only centimeters above the ground.
At the last instant, the rabbit makes a desperate sideways leap.
The eagle misses by only a fraction of a second.
The failed strike sends grass and dust spinning through the air.
Powerful wings prevent the hunter from crashing into the earth.
The escape gives the rabbit a few precious seconds.
The eagle climbs again rather than wasting energy on a bad angle.
The rabbit now races toward rough terrain where flight becomes harder. But the predator has no intention of abandoning the chase. The eagle begins repositioning for a second attack. A little more height will provide speed for another strike. The rabbit knows the danger is still somewhere behind it.
Above, the eagle carefully calculates a new interception path.
Safety is getting closer, but the rabbit must cross open ground.
This time, the hunter aims ahead instead of following the prey.
The second attack begins from a much more dangerous angle.
The rabbit cannot see the predator approaching from the side. A final turn places the eagle directly ahead of the rabbit.
Suddenly, the hunter appears directly across the escape route. The rabbit changes direction again, refusing to run into the attack.
The chase now enters terrain filled with dangerous obstacles.
The eagle remains dangerously low despite the uneven ground.
A narrow gap offers the rabbit another chance to escape.
The eagle chooses height rather than risking a collision. The rabbit immediately searches for thicker cover ahead.
The obstacle delays the hunter for only a few seconds.
Low vegetation begins working in the rabbit's favor. The eagle cannot risk damaging the wings that keep it alive. But suddenly, the protective vegetation comes to an end.
Once again, the open landscape gives the advantage to the eagle.
The exhausted rabbit pushes its body to maximum speed.
The eagle answers with powerful strokes that rapidly increase its speed.
Every second brings the hunter closer to its target.
One more desperate turn buys the rabbit a little space.
Tail feathers work like a rudder, controlling the high-speed turn.
The advantage disappears almost immediately as the eagle closes in again. The rising ground now forces the rabbit to work even harder. For the flying predator, the slope creates almost no disadvantage. At the crest, the rabbit finds another stretch of exposed ground. The hunter prepares for another attempt to end the pursuit. This time, the eagle waits until it is almost directly above. The rabbit tries one final change of direction.
But the eagle has already anticipated the maneuver.
powerful talons move into position only centimeters behind the prey.
The rabbit makes one last desperate attempt to escape. The predator commits completely to the final strike. After a long pursuit, the eagle finally secures its prey. The rabbit changes direction again, refusing to run into the attack. Even after success, the eagle remains alert to danger nearby. The frantic chase ends, and silence slowly returns to the valley.
The eagle begins recovering after the intense pursuit.
Other predators could attempt to steal such a valuable prize. Movement in the distance immediately attracts the eagle's attention. The hunter carefully watches every potential competitor in the sky. The prey must now be moved to a safer location. High on the mountain, a protected resting place waits.
Carrying extra weight will make the return flight much harder.
A secure grip is essential before the eagle attempts to take off.
The enormous wings open again as the eagle prepares to leave. One powerful launch will decide whether it can lift the additional weight.
With tremendous effort, the eagle begins lifting its prize from the ground.
For the first few seconds, every wing beat is essential. Gradually, powerful wings overcome the weight and gravity.
Once airborne, the flight becomes more controlled and efficient.
The hunter now begins the long journey back toward the cliffs.
For now, it stays low while carrying the heavy prey. A river marks the first obstacle on the return journey. The eagle's reflection races across the water beneath it. Beyond the river, the climb toward the mountains begins.
Each meter of altitude brings the eagle closer to safety. The route home now passes above a dense mountain forest.
The extra weight leaves little room for unnecessary movement.
A rising current finally offers the tired hunter some assistance.
For several moments, warm air carries both predator and prey upward.
With altitude restored, the eagle continues toward the rocky cliffs. The familiar mountain walls are finally within reach. The final climb will be the most demanding part of the journey. Powerful mountain winds now push against the heavily loaded eagle. Only precise flight keeps the eagle safely away from the stone.
Above the turbulence, the flight finally becomes easier again.
Ahead, the eagle's protected nesting ledge finally appears. The hunter aligns itself carefully for the difficult landing. Tail feathers spread wide to reduce speed before touchdown. Its feet move forward as the landing point approaches. Fully opened wings act like brakes against the mountain air. After the long return flight, the eagle safely reaches the nest.
For a moment, the eagle uses its wings to stabilize the landing.
The hunter immediately checks the surrounding cliffs for danger.
The successful hunt has provided a valuable meal in a harsh landscape.
Below lies the vast territory that this eagle knows so well. After the demanding hunt, the eagle finally has time to recover. A quick shake returns displaced feathers to their proper position. The powerful wing muscles begin relaxing after the long pursuit.
Maintaining perfect feathers is essential for every future flight.
Far below lies the meadow where today's hunt began. The hunting ground appears tiny from this extraordinary height. From here, the eagle can watch nearly its entire territory. The sky remains the safest place for this remarkable predator. Even after a successful hunt, its attention never completely relaxes. Only precise flight keeps the eagle safely away from the stone. Life continues throughout the valley after the dramatic morning hunt. Forests, cliffs, and grasslands form one enormous connected ecosystem. Water from the mountains gives life to the valley below. The meadow becomes peaceful again after the violent burst of movement. High above, the successful hunter remains almost invisible. Strong sunlight and mountain wind help keep its feathers in condition. Even while resting, those remarkable eyes continue searching. Another movement far below immediately captures the eagle's attention. For now, there is no need to begin another costly pursuit. The mountain once again becomes quiet beneath the rising sun. Few predators represent aerial power as perfectly as the golden eagle. Every detail of its body has evolved for survival in the sky. Strength on the ground is matched by extraordinary control in flight. After the long return flight, the eagle safely reaches the nest. But successful hunting requires more than strength alone. Every attack depends on timing, positioning, and careful observation. The same wind that challenges the eagle also gives it freedom. Once again, enormous wings open above the mountain. A hunter like this is never far from its next journey.
For now, it simply watches the endless landscape below.
From this ancient cliff, the eagle sees a world few animals ever experience. Hundreds of meters below, life continues across the valley floor. From above, even this powerful predator appears tiny against nature. The mountains have witnessed countless hunts like this for generations. And tomorrow, the struggle for survival will begin again. For the golden eagle, survival is written across the sky. Its world is enormous, wild, and constantly changing. Here, speed, patience, and instinct decide who survives another day. Above this wild landscape, the golden eagle remains the undisputed hunter of the skies.